When you first hear the phrase 60-second trick to melt belly fat and protect your heart, it almost sounds too good to be true, like one of those flashy promises on late-night TV. But let's be honest, if losing belly fat and keeping your heart safe could happen in a single minute, wouldn't everyone over 60 already be living without these struggles? The truth is more nuanced and far more powerful. A real solution doesn't come from a quick pose or a clever movement alone. It begins with what you choose to put into your body every single day. Here's the surprising reality. Many seniors believe their persistent belly fat and rising cholesterol are simply the price of aging. Yet, science reveals a deeper story. Some of the very foods and fruits you've trusted for years may quietly be working against you, slowing circulation, storing excess fat around the midsection, and forcing your heart to push harder than it should. This doesn't mean you need to fear food. On the contrary, it means you finally hold the power to make small, smart adjustments that pay off faster than you might think. Yes, you'll hear about heart protective tricks that can take less than a minute to apply, but the real secret isn't in a fleeting stretch or posture. It lies in everyday choices that strengthen your circulation, calm inflammation, and support a healthy metabolism. Think of this chapter as your wake-up call. Lasting change isn't built on empty promises, but on consistent, science-backed habits. And it all starts with rethinking what's truly helping you and what's silently holding you back. Belly fat is often seen as a cosmetic issue, something that makes the waistline tighter, the clothes a little less forgiving. But beneath the surface, it carries a far more serious message. Doctors now understand that fat around the belly is not passive storage. It is what scientists call active fat, a type of visceral fat that sends chemical signals throughout the body. And these signals can disrupt circulation, raise blood pressure, and even harden the arteries that keep your heart alive. For seniors over 60, this connection becomes even more dangerous. As metabolism slows with age, fat cells tucked deep around the abdomen begin releasing inflammatory compounds. These compounds trigger swelling in blood vessel walls, making it harder for arteries to stay open and flexible. The result: your heart has to pump with extra force, like a tire struggling against a clogged valve. Over time, this constant strain contributes not only to fatigue and shortness of breath, but also to higher risks of heart attack or stroke. This is why tackling belly fat is not just about looking better, it's about protecting the very engine of your body. Every pound of fat around the midsection can increase the load on your heart, much like carrying an invisible backpack you never set down. The good news: even modest improvements in diet and circulation can begin to lift that burden. And here lies the real opportunity. Instead of searching for miracle tricks, focus on understanding how belly fat directly influences your heart's workload. Because once you see that connection clearly, you realize the power to change your health isn't far away, it's sitting on your plate. When people think of fruit, the first word that comes to mind is usually healthy. And yes, fruits are nature's gift, rich in vitamins, fiber, and antioxidants. But here's the twist: not all fruits support your body equally, especially after 60. In fact, some fruits can quietly push blood sugar levels higher, encourage belly fat storage, and leave your arteries under more pressure than you realize. Take dried fruits, for example. A handful of raisins or dried mango may look harmless, but these shrunken bites are concentrated with natural sugars. Without the water content of fresh fruit, the sugar hits your bloodstream fast, spiking insulin and encouraging fat storage right where you don't want it around the belly. Over time, repeated spikes like these exhaust your circulation and leave your heart working overtime. Then there are fruit juices, even the ones labeled 100% natural, stripped of fiber. They behave almost like sweetened soda in the body, flooding your system with sugar that has nowhere to go but into fat cells. Seniors often sip these juices thinking they're making a smart choice. But in reality, it's like fueling the very cycle that weakens circulation and stiffens arteries. This doesn't mean fruit is your enemy. It means the form, timing, and type of fruit matter more than ever. Recognizing which choices quietly sabotage your belly and heart is the first step. Once you eliminate or limit those hidden culprits, you open the door to fruits that truly work in your favor. Fruits that keep arteries flexible, inflammation low, and energy steady. And those are the ones we'll uncover next. Among all the fruits studied for heart health, few shine as brightly as the pomegranate. On the outside, it looks like nothing more than a round, red shell. But crack it open, and you'll find jewel-like seeds bursting with compounds that do more than just taste refreshing. They actively support circulation and help reduce belly fat's grip on your body. Pomegranates are rich in antioxidants called polyphenols, especially punicalagins. These compounds act like natural protectors for your arteries, reducing oxidative stress and calming the inflammation caused by visceral belly fat. One of their most remarkable effects is boosting the production of nitric oxide, a molecule that relaxes and widens blood vessels. Imagine your arteries as narrow, crowded roads. Nitric oxide works like a traffic officer, clearing the way so blood can flow smoothly, reducing the strain on your heart. Studies have shown that regular pomegranate consumption may help lower systolic blood pressure, improve cholesterol balance, and even slow the buildup of fatty deposits in arteries. For seniors, this translates into something very practical: less fatigue, steadier energy, and protection against the silent progression of heart disease. And here's where it ties back to belly fat. By improving circulation and lowering inflammation, pomegranates help interrupt the harmful signals belly fat sends throughout the body. Instead of allowing that fat to weaken your arteries, this fruit provides a shield. So while a 60-second trick may sound exciting, the reality is that simply adding a few servings of pomegranate each week can achieve something far more powerful: steady, lasting support for your heart and a lighter load on your midsection. Sometimes the most powerful answers are the simplest, and few fruits are as ordinary yet as extraordinary as the apple. Unlike flashy superfoods that come and go in popularity, apples have quietly earned their place in senior health for good reason. They don't just fill you up with crisp sweetness, they help regulate blood sugar, trim belly fat, and protect the arteries that keep your heart alive. The secret lies in their fiber, especially a type called pectin. Pectin forms a gel-like substance in the digestive tract that slows the absorption of sugar. This means that instead of a rapid spike and crash in blood sugar, apples release energy steadily. For seniors, that steady balance is crucial. It prevents the roller coaster of fatigue and cravings that drive belly fat accumulation. Apples are also rich in quercetin, a natural compound with anti-inflammatory effects. Quercetin supports blood vessel flexibility, helping arteries stay resilient rather than stiff and narrow. When your vessels can expand and contract with ease, your heart doesn't have to work as hard to push blood through. Over time, this simple support can make a major difference in circulation, energy, and overall cardiovascular health. And there's another bonus: apples are naturally satisfying. Eating them whole, with the skin on, provides both crunch and satiety, reducing the temptation to snack on sugary treats or processed foods that feed belly fat. In other words, apples quietly help you eat less of what harms and more of what heals. This is why nutritionists often say, an apple a day may not just keep the doctor away, it may help keep belly fat and heart strain at bay. Bright, refreshing, and often associated with morning energy. Citrus fruits, especially oranges, carry more power than most seniors realize. Beyond their familiar burst of vitamin C, they contain compounds that directly support artery health, circulation, and even belly fat management. One of the key players is hesperidin, a flavonoid concentrated in the white pith and inner membranes of oranges. Hesperidin improves the elasticity of blood vessels, helping arteries remain flexible instead of stiff. When arteries bend and stretch easily, blood pressure stays more stable, and your heart doesn't have to strain with every beat. For seniors, this means lighter stress on the cardiovascular system, a hidden but vital defense against age-related decline. Vitamin C itself is no minor detail either. It acts as a natural antioxidant, protecting artery walls from the damage caused by oxidative stress and inflammation. Since belly fat releases inflammatory compounds into the bloodstream, foods rich in vitamin C help counteract that constant assault, offering protection from within. But there's another overlooked benefit: citrus fruits, eaten whole, are high in water and fiber, creating a sense of fullness without a flood of calories. That satiety can curb overeating and prevent the silent creep of belly fat. Choosing a fresh orange over juice makes all the difference. Juice strips away the fiber and delivers sugar in a concentrated rush, while whole fruit balances sweetness with digestion-friendly fiber. Incorporating citrus daily is like giving your heart a refreshing shield. Simple, affordable, and widely available. They prove that real protection doesn't come from miracle tricks. It comes from everyday choices that add up over time. Strawberries, blueberries, blackberries, these small, colorful fruits may look delicate, but inside they carry some of the most concentrated health power available to seniors, packed with antioxidants, fiber, and natural compounds that directly influence circulation. Berries stand out as one of the best defenses against belly fat and heart strain. The secret lies in anthocyanins, the pigments that give berries their deep red, blue, or purple colors. These compounds have been shown to reduce inflammation in blood vessels, improve cholesterol balance, and enhance nitric oxide production. That combination helps arteries stay open and flexible, lowering the effort your heart must exert with every beat. Berries are also naturally low in calories but high in fiber. This makes them a rare food that satisfies sweet cravings without fueling fat storage. Unlike sugary desserts or dried fruits that send blood sugar soaring, berries release energy slowly. This steady rhythm prevents the spikes and crashes that promote belly fat accumulation. For seniors, that means enjoying sweetness while protecting metabolism. Research also suggests that regular berry consumption may support cognitive health and memory, an added bonus as the years go by. But even without that, their impact on circulation alone makes them a daily essential. A simple handful of blueberries with breakfast or a bowl of strawberries in the evening can quietly tip the balance in your favor. When viewed through the lens of senior health, berries are more than just a garnish or snack. They are a daily medicine disguised as fruit, protecting the heart, taming belly fat, and renewing vitality one serving at a time. Few foods create as much confusion as the avocado. Some seniors still shy away from it, believing its creamy texture must mean it's too fatty or too heavy. But here's the truth. The fats in avocado are not the kind that cling to your waistline or clog your arteries. They are the kind that stabilize blood sugar, reduce belly fat storage, and actually help your heart work more efficiently. Avocados are rich in monounsaturated fats, the same heart-healthy fats found in olive oil. These fats don't just provide steady energy, they also help improve cholesterol balance by raising HDL, the good cholesterol, and lowering LDL, the bad cholesterol. For seniors, this is vital, because an improved cholesterol profile translates directly into less plaque buildup and smoother blood flow. Another overlooked benefit is avocado's impressive potassium content. Potassium helps balance sodium in the body, easing tension in blood vessel walls and lowering blood pressure. It's a natural way to protect circulation without depending on salt-heavy processed foods that quietly damage arteries. And when it comes to belly fat, avocados shine again. Their combination of healthy fats and fiber promotes satiety, meaning you feel satisfied longer and are less likely to overeat. Instead of spiking blood sugar like refined carbs or sweet juices, avocado keeps energy stable, preventing the hormonal surges that tell the body to store fat around the midsection. Think of avocados as your heart's ally and your belly's secret weapon. Adding a few slices to a salad or spreading some on whole-grain toast isn't indulgence, it's strategy. A strategy to melt belly fat's grip and protect the organ that keeps you alive. At first glance, grapes might seem like nothing more than a sweet, refreshing snack. But beneath their juicy skin lies a collection of compounds that directly support heart health and help resist the dangerous effects of belly fat. For seniors, grapes offer more than a pleasant taste, they provide real protection for circulation. The key compound in grapes is resveratrol, found especially in the skins of red and purple varieties. Resveratrol acts as a powerful antioxidant, shielding blood vessels from the oxidative stress and inflammation triggered by visceral belly fat. By calming this internal stress, grapes help keep arteries smooth, flexible, and less prone to blockages. Grapes also contain natural nitrates and polyphenols that promote the production of nitric oxide, the same molecule boosted by pomegranates. This means more relaxed blood vessels, better circulation, and less strain on the heart with every beat. Another benefit is their water and fiber content, which makes grapes filling without being heavy. Unlike fruit juices or dried fruit, fresh grapes deliver sweetness in a slower, gentler way, avoiding blood sugar surges that fuel belly fat storage. For seniors managing energy and weight, this steady release is especially valuable. Of course, portion matters. A bowl of fresh grapes nourishes the body, but processed grape products like juice or wine strip away the fiber and concentrate the sugars. That's why eating grapes whole, with the skin on, is the smartest way to gain their full protective power. In short, grapes prove that not all sweetness harms the heart. When chosen in their natural form, they can be both a delight for the taste buds and a shield for circulation. By now, you've seen the truth unfold: lasting protection for your heart and freedom from stubborn belly fat doesn't come from quick fixes or flashy promises. A 60-second trick might capture attention, but it rarely delivers the lasting change seniors truly need. What does work is far more practical and far more powerful. It comes from the fruits and daily choices that quietly reshape your health from the inside out. Think back on the foods we've explored: pomegranates opening arteries, apples balancing blood sugar, citrus fruits strengthening vessel walls, berries fighting inflammation, avocados stabilizing cholesterol, and grapes calming oxidative stress. None of these require a miracle, only consistency. Each serving is a small step that, over time, builds a foundation of circulation, energy, and resilience. This is the hidden advantage of age. You already know that real rewards come from steady habits, not overnight shortcuts. And just as you've built a lifetime of routines, you can now build new ones that serve your body better. Choosing whole fruits over juices, fresh options over processed, and variety over monotony isn't complicated. It's simple wisdom applied at the table every single day. So the next time you hear about a doctor's secret or a 1-minute cure, remember, your true solution is already in your hands or on your plate. By embracing these heart-smart, belly-fat-fighting fruits, you're not just easing today's strain, you're securing tomorrow's strength. Because life after 60 is not about surviving, it's about thriving, with a body and heart that can carry you toward all the moments that still await.